Here we have it. This is one cool looking Mercedes Vario. It was originally owned by the electricity board. We bought it maybe last July, something like that, and now we're into almost February, so it just goes to show that there's quite a lot of work involved with these vehicles to get them ready. We've obviously welded it, we've got it right mechanically, it's been painted. The engine's all serviced, it's just had a fresh MOT without any advisories. We've put loads of bits of bobs of trim back in the cab that were missing, which are pretty difficult to find, but fortunately we've got quite a good selection of these that we use for spare parts. And now it's all complete and it's looking really nice. So this is the 2005. It's almost, you could call it the last gen of the real favourable one. It's the 5-speed manual transmission. In October 2006, they introduced the AdBlue variant. It's still good, but this is more basic and, in my opinion, way more desirable. And to find a solid one with sub 90,000 miles, it's just really nice that we have this here. The seat we've done a bit of patchwork upon, but a lot of people that buy these vans, they tend to redress the seats and stuff like that. So there's no point wasting resources where they're not really that important. So into the cab. This little bit here is actually for Sarah. It's one of our subscribers that loves the Vario cold starts. So again, wait for all the lights to turn off, and she's there. She sounds like a beauty. All the cab controls and everything work. Really important if you're going to check these Varios out that you really want these to work, because if they don't work, you're really going to struggle to get the bits. So yeah, cab's all looking nice and complete. Just a super nice condition and super nice colour as well. Let me know what you think about the colour. I'm a huge fan. I don't think I've ever seen this colour on a Mercedes before. As you can see here, we had to do a bit of mix and matching. There is the original Vario manuals in there, which is a bit of a rarity. There's the weight plate. Of course, it is a 7.5 ton. We have supplied it with a jack. We have indeed supplied it with a spare wheel with a bloody good tire on it as well. So this is what it used to be. It was a work van for the electricity board, so it was essentially a mobile workshop. Obviously you can still see white bulkhead, white ceiling. That's the colour it used to be. We don't paint the inside, of course, because people dress them up and convert them and stuff like that. We have done the areas of the side loading door which are likely to be exposed once you finish the conversion. Like, you'll notice bits up here like fine little bits of surface corrosion and stuff here. Once again, it would be a waste of resources if we do that, because we just don't know if someone's going to be fitting a slightly different skylight and stuff like that. So we tend to leave that kind of stuff. But yeah, as 20-year-old Mercedes Varios go, it really doesn't get much better than this. Wheel arches are obviously original. Just super clean. This has been really well, I say looked after. It's just sort of survived really well, I suppose. Obviously, we've done our usual inspection report. Tyres are all nice on it. Quite like a little step on the back as well. Just look at that. Imagine turning up somewhere in this and being like, yo. Freed off all the locks the whole way around as well, because we know how stiff they can get. Replaced this with a door handle off a Renault Master. So, what is it? Pull that down and she'll open. But yeah, what an awesome prospect this is. Right, I will show you the engine bay. Another component what we had to replace actually whilst we were preparing this vehicle, because this of course is made out of cast iron and it just snaps off sometimes. But yeah, that's all good. So the bulkhead is a really important place to check on these, and this of course is original. It hasn't been dressed up, it hasn't been painted, it hasn't been covered, and I quite like to leave it like this because it's just way more honest. And this is the place where you want to be concerned if you're going to check these Varios out, because trust me, I've restored a Vario and had to replace the bulkhead, and it's just a complete nightmare. But you can see here there's just a bit of surface rust and bits and bobs in a few places. This is all nice and solid, even around here as well. Just surface rust, it's all nice and solid. So the new buyer can do whatever they please with that. But yeah, an awesome Vario. Spare keys and stuff in there. The main key does lock all of the doors though, so, and actually none of those keys will work in the ignition, so that is worth noting as well. But yeah, super pleased with this Vario, super cool vehicle. Let me know if you like it just as much as I do. If anyone was wondering, all the trims are complete because this was on the side. It's now installed. This vehicle is complete. Happy days. We just love this Vario that much. We're just trying to get as many photographs as we possibly can for our memories. It's a shame I can't get the lighting to work in my favour. But I tell you, you've got to see this in person. This just looks incredible.